We always want to look to the tight end, and then we have this nice little crossing route, obviously with Tariq Hill that you can actually hit against man coverages. So let's just go into this replay. I'm going to show you some of the reads I'm looking at. This is Prometheus giving you more non-meta offensive formations and schemes to help you be unpredictable to your opponents when you play online. Guys, once again, back into the Kansas City Chiefs playbook. I just wanted to basically show you a formation that I find that it's a very effective formation where you can blend in the pass and the run and just really drive your opponent crazy if you've got a good running scheme, if you've got some good wide receivers and tight ends. So if you guys are new to my channel and you are looking for ways to just get better depth in your playbook, you probably want to hit the subscribe button and also that notification icon, because I'm going to roll out weekly schemes to you guys so you can see how I'd run certain things against my opponent. So let's go ahead and talk about this particular formation. This is a Kansas City Chiefs playbook. I'm sure it's in other playbooks too, but it's a gun wing flex week. And in particular, it's only got about 9 different plays. Inside zone split, you got the jailbreak screen, smash drive is one of your concepts and stuff like that. It's a simple slant concept and some RPOs and stuff like that and verticals. But the play that really caught my attention is this particular play. It's the red zone halfback scissors, and it's not necessarily a play I want to run in the red zone. This is a play I'd run up and down the field, left and right. It gives you fairly easy, fast reads. It's got some glitchy routes. In particular, the route by the running back actually gets up past the line of scrimmage really quick, and it glitches out some of the zone defenses, so you can pick up a good 5 or 6 yards with a fast read. And then you have a nice crosser by the inside receiver that actually gets past certain depth, and then you've got some other good complement routes too. So this is a particular formation. This particular play, the red zone halfback scissors, would be the base play that I'm going to call out of this huddle, and then actually audible into other stuff. Now let's take a look at our standard audibles. We have the slant stick, inside zone split, which is actually a fairly good run play. 4 verticals, nothing spectacular about this, but we're going to run this so we can attack our opponent off to the right side. And then you have the RPO zone peak. Now you can leave this RPO zone peak, or you can swap it out. The one play I'm going to swap out is going to be the slant stick. I'm not a person that likes to run a lot of slant type plays, so I'm gonna swap this out for smash drive, because it's going to allow me to go and attack my opponent off the left side with a levels concept and a deep corner too. I'll leave inside zone, RPO zone peak. I'll either leave that particular play, or I'm going to go ahead and swap it out with the play action jailbreak screen, which ironically is actually a little bit better than it has been in the past. And if you have a guy that's not running a lot of man coverages and running zone coverages, this actually gets fairly good blocking. So let's just talk about the base play, the red zone halfback scissors. Now I'm going to go against random nickel defenses, but I want you to take a look at this play art. Basically, you've got a nice little like an up route with the running back, and actually, if it's zone coverage, a lot of times he's actually going to get uncovered, and you can pick up a good 7 or 8 yards immediately with that, and it's a fast pass lead. But take a look at Hill's route. Hill's route is really unique. It's a nice deep crosser that actually can get right over the middle of the field and get past a lot of coverages and underneath deep blue coverages too. So there's an opportunity for a one-play touchdown. Now, what I'd like to do with this particular setup is I like to streak up my inside receiver, right, which my inside tight end, which is Kelsey. And the reason I want to do that is I want to pull that deep third. I want to pull those thirds or those halves out of the middle of the field. But that's actually really going to be my first read, is going to be Kelsey. I'm going to look to that as my first read, the first person I'm going to try to hit. If the seam is available with Kelsey, I'm going to go ahead and pop that right away. And then I'm going to go ahead and look underneath, which with the running back, and try to pop that, and then I'll look for the crosser with Hill. If it's man coverage, Gray's route, actually the outside tight end number 2 will always get separation, and is because it's so close to the offensive line, he's got plenty of room to run that out route and get really good separation. So we always want to look to the tight end, and then we have this nice little crossing route, obviously with Tariq Hill, that you can actually hit against man coverages. So let's just go into this replay. I'm going to show you some of the reads I'm looking at. If you look right here, this is going to be my first read. Also my first read would either be the running back or basically this tight end route, which would be in the middle. So if you could see, the guy actually carries, he flips his back and carries with the tight end, and I got single coverage over there. So really after that, I've got a couple different areas I want to go. What's cool about this route is this running back route. If you do an outside pass lead, you can hit that. But you also have this route right here, which is a quick out, so you can actually make a very fast progression. If you see man coverage, you know this out route should get separation, and you can get a nice little 5-yard completion. But where the big play opportunity is going to be this crosser against man coverage, especially if you've got an elite wide receiver like Hill. He's going to get the separation and give you an opportunity for a huge play. So once again, we're going to streak this guy up. I want you to watch what the running back route is, just a fast, quick completion against zone coverages that you can hit. And if I see these defenders just floating up in zones, if they start dropping back in zones, I can just go ahead and pop this route. Now, if you take a look at this, you could see I'm picking up 7 yards with a super fast fast completion with the running back. So if you got a guy that's using a lot of heavy blitzing to you, this is something you can dump down, especially if you've got zone coverages over the top, where you can get an easy completion. Now, once again, we've got a double A gap. We're going to look to see if the area right in the middle of the field you can hit. I forced it in there, but that's something that you can look to a lot of times. So if you got an opponent that's running a lot of man coverages, this seam route is going to be available for you to hit, and it's going to force your opponent to defend that. And if you got man reads, you've got the little out that's actually going to get nice little separation. So this is going to allow you to pretty much pop those 4 different routes. The one route that with Hardman off the left-hand side, I just haven't really had a lot of success hitting that particular route, so I just don't bother with it. Because the other 4 routes with the streak tight end are essentially you're going to attack your opponent on the left side, the right side, over the middle, and then essentially your deep ball off the left. Now, if I want to try to go ahead and complement this, I've got a nice inside zone, which is a split zone, and it's generally going to give you double teams that you just can run behind and actually pick up some pretty good yards. So let's just go ahead and do that again. So inside zone split. We're going to watch for the double teams, and then just run behind the hole from there. So it's a nice little play to throw into your scheme. Now, if I see off coverage and I want to try to effectively run the ball off the left side, I can go ahead and jump in this jailbreak screen, and you just let your blocking set up, and it can give you an opportunity to go ahead and have that effective quick pass / run off the left. So you got basically your run off to the right. You've got your play action jailbreak screen off to the right to the left, and this essentially gives you a way to effectively run the ball to either side of the formation. So smash drive is another play we're going to look at, and essentially what we're trying to do is we're trying to open up the corner route by Hill over to the left side. So we got the crosser in the previous play, which is going to be the halfback scissors. We want to be able to attack our opponent on the opposite side, and what we have is a nice complement. We have basically a levels concept going over the middle with the 2 tight ends that allows me to go and do that. Now, what I found is that if you take your outside receiver and stop him from doing the little hitch route and put him on a whip route, that will actually force a cloud defender or a sideline defender to go ahead and come down and play him, typically opening up hill, or at least letting you know how to read either high or low. So we're going to watch the reads right here. See how the defender actually kind of comes down, and it opens up this corner route that you can complete off the sideline. So that's essentially why I put the whip route down there, is that it forces this defender to make a decision whether he's going to play over the top or come down. So you can see how he bites down, and that gives me a passing lane that I can complete this ball right here. So once again, same type of a setup. And if I have to, I can always go and check it down to the underneath route, or I can actually just try to hit it to the sideline. So we're going to watch Hardman. We're going to watch the defender on him, and that's where you're going to be looking for your completion in the corner for that route right there. And with the drag, you've also got basically an in above it. This is a play that you don't want to spam too much because essentially a user could take away the levels concept. but it is nice to have in your back pocket. Now, the last play we'll take a look at is going to be 4 verticals. The last play we're going to take a look at is 4 verticals, and this is my standard setup. I like to go ahead and drag uphill, which is my slot receiver. I'm going to go ahead and put Hardman on a smoke route, and then I'm going to go ahead and take my running back and put him on a wheel route. So this is a common pro concept, either a slant or basically a drag route or whatever. The reason why I like a drag is that you've got those 2 like fade route type wheel routes by the tight ends, and what that does is it's going to clear out the zone for you with this defender, so it allows you to go ahead and hit underneath. So there was actually 2 guys in that area. Typically I will not throw that based on that type of a read. But I wanted to show you that those areas will be cleared out by that. Now, another thing too with this is that you've got basically that smoke slash wheel concept by the running back. So if you've got an opponent that is running zone coverages, a lot of times what happens is that wheel route will open up if the defender comes down and plays it. So you either just look to the smoke or you look to the wheel. And if the defender comes down, you're just going to go ahead and play that inside wheel, or you actually can throw that ball once it gets past the defender. So this is just a common concept that you can use in this scheme. Once again, I would probably not use this play too much. It's just one of those plays I'm going to blend into the scheme, because really what I want to do is I want to try to go ahead and use that scissors play. That's going to be the money play that you want to actually use. Because this particular play has just got ways to stretch the ball. It's got glitchier routes that you can hit. So this is probably going to be the primary play I'm going to use. I'm going to blend it in with some inside zone runs and basically some jailbreak screens and stuff like that. So this is just another way to go and attack your opponent. People don't see these type of formations online a lot, especially if you're playing MUT. So if you are using the Chiefs playbook, this is a nice little formation you can jump into and drive your opponent crazy. So once again, guys, thank you for your support. If you like these type of tips, make sure you subscribe, and until next time.